One lady's looking at me like, yeah. Okay. When you learn to be thankful for what you got, you will learn that it will affect every area of your life. From you to your people around you, to your home, even your finances, even your work. Once you learn to be appreciative for what you got. And so when you get depressed, it's right the opposite. It negatively affects every area of your life. It'll seem like as Satan's talking to you, nothing's good enough. You don't have the right job. You're not the right person on that job. You don't make enough money on that job. Your kids aren't as good as the other kids. They're driving you crazy. Your car is not a good car, blah, blah, blah. And before you know it, everything you got is because depression gets you in there. You know, it distracts us. Here, I want you to look at this. Hedonistic adaptation. Hedonistic adaptation. Hedonistic thank you. I keep saying it so I can get it out right. Have you ever got around somebody, when you first got around them, you thought they were awesome? You could find no wrong with them. And after being with them for a while, you could find no good. Did the person change? No. Then why is it when you first get around, when you first get married, and you're dating your wife or your husband, and you first get married, oh, they're so sweet. And I had come to my office with a premarital counselor and they go, I just love him so much I could eat him up. And 6 months later she said, I wish I had him. Hedonistic adaptation is where familiarity and or depression can cause you to lose focus of all the positives in your life, and all you see is negatives. It happens to our spouses, it happens to our children, it happens to us. It happens on our jobs. Everything's going good, everything's going fine. All you see is good, good, good. And just like that, you see no good, only bad. Now, let me ask you a question. Which side of that coin you want to be on? If nothing's changed, then why have I changed? It's because of that. I choose which side of the coin I'm going to live on. So let me tell you, here's the challenge. Here's the simple stuff, simple. Ready? Make a list and put it somewhere where it will keep finding you. Did you hear that? Make a list and put it somewhere where it will keep finding you. I remember when I'm going through things, I'll get Bible verses, I'll tape them up on my rearview mirror, not rearview mirror. No, you don't tape anything up on your rearview mirror. Matter of fact, as the law started, said, what's that? That's my Bible verse for today. They said, well, here, we're going to give you your Bible verse. Does your Bible verse say, give unto Caesar what's Caesar, what's the Lord's, because I'm giving you a ticket, Mr. Linton. On my sun visor, I'd put it up there. All right, put it on top of my Bible, in my Bible, back of my Bible, put it on a pencil, put it in my notebook, put it in front of my notebook, put things up there so every time I turn around when I'm pulling up something that's telling me, look what God has done, or trust what God can do. Because hedonistic adaptation and depression and Satan, all of it together will keep telling me all the things are bad, 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 bad. You want your dog to not be a good dog, you just keep telling that dog, you're a bad dog, you're a bad dog, you're a bad dog. You know what? They might not understand the words you're saying, but they sure feel what you're saying. And if all you keep saying is you're a bad dog, bad dog, bad dog, so I'm very careful how I use that with my dogs. You take that same dog and go, you're such a good girl. This morning I had to dope up one of them because of the thunderstorm. We had those little peels, and I tried to get liquid so I could give it, she'll spit liquid out. So this morning I took the 4 peels, and I forgot to put it in her food. That was my fault, so I took it, and I opened her mouth, and I stuck it down her throat, and I started doing like this, and she going, rrr. And all I said was, good Inky, sweet Inky. Well, you can do this, Inky. Precious little dog. And she went, well, that's Stevie Wonder. So watch. Psalm 103 and 2. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not his benefits. He saved me. He's done things in my life that nobody else can do. Put this stuff around. Count your blessings. All right? Now, number 3. See, now, I was smart. I brought a lifesaver. Because I know I'm allergic to plastic flour. Okay. Number 3. What's that? Kids looking in the mirror and seeing a lion. See that? Have you ever done that? Or have you looked in there and saw Barney fight? Have you ever looked in there and did like this and saw Pee Wee and Herman? Here's the little kittens looking up and seeing the lion. What matters most in your entire life after God is how you see yourself. Not how I see you. It helps to know how I see you if it's positive, but if it's negative, it's not going to help. What's going to help you more than anything in this world in depression is knowing that you're special, and God's got a purpose for you. You may feel like a kitten, but if you could look in there, you would see a lion. So watch this. Be aware of your thought life. When you're depressed, I can tell you, I can be a prophet right now, and I won't miss it. Get ready. When you're fighting depression, you'll replay your regrets. You'll rehash old wounds. You'll rehash conversations that hurt you or hurt somebody else. You'll think about how bad things are. You'll think about how many times you have fallen. It's constantly replaying in your head. It's a record. Satan keeps playing it, and playing it because he's a thief, and he knows if he keeps playing that, he don't have to take you to the bar. He doesn't have to take you down the corner and get you to buy drugs. He can do just this right here, and he can stop you dead in your tracks. Playing it over and over and over and over and over and over again. So what you got to do? You got to learn to change the record. You know, how about the serenity prayer? God grant me the serenity to accept the things I can't change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So think about your thought life again now. We're going to talk about the thought life just one more time. We can think about our past. Matter of fact, we can think about our past and think about how bad things are. Or we can think about how good things can be. Yeah, I'm not going to deny there's problems. But somebody came to me and my family a couple months ago. Person came to me and my family, and I got the Lintons and the Dunnings. Wow. They could have several spin-off comedy shows and or real life shows. Couldn't DC. You got to have what they call those things, life shows. What they call those things for the reality shows. Yeah. Okay. And then we start throwing in the rights. Wow! By the time we get through, we could have a whole network covered with just the rights, the Lintons, and the Dunnings. Amen. So here's what it is. This person comes to me and is fussing with me. And says, "Don't you know? Have you seen? Haven't you heard? Have you been there? Blah 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 blah." And I said, "Sure." I said, and the point is, anyway, but you don't understand. Blah 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 blah. And I said, and you don't understand. God's in control. I said, there's never been a day he wasn't in control. And even when I thought he wasn't in control, he was still in control. Whether I felt it or not, he was still in control. And I said, I've noticed that every time I try to fix it myself or try to get in the middle of it, I mess it up. But if I back up and let God handle it, it always winds up working for our good. That's not my word. That's his word. That's not just his word. That's his promise. And the person said, well, what do you call it? I said, I call it living by faith. And the other person said, you're crazy. And I said, yeah, I'm loving every minute of it. You see, we can think about how bad things are. We can think about how things could be. Yes, there's problems, but they're going to be better. And I don't have to think about every time I've fallen. God doesn't count how many times you fail. God counts how many times you got back up. He said the righteous man fall, he'll get up 7 times, meaning complete. That he'll get up, that he's there, God's going to help you. Everything's cool if you'll trust him. So here we go. Here's a couple. Here. Focus on moving forward in spite of what you see. Isn't that the Red Sea story? The Red Sea's there, and Moses goes, fear not, stand still, see the salvation of the Lord. For this army you see behind you today, you'll see no more.